Vai sentar nos talibã, vai sentar nos talibã, talibã.
Así que trépate, actívate, así cálate, que te quiero ver, te vas a recoger. Estás con mi mujer, estás con mi mujer, estás con mi mujer. Se la pasamos bien, conmigo no te queden ver. Dime qué es lo que quieras hacer. Esta yo te voy a romper, esta noche la pasamos bien.
And by the way, I heard there's been a rat squirming around Tempest lately. Word on the street is that chick used to run with Clayman's crew.
No kidding. That had all the big shots in Tempest on high alert. And my boss, Rimuru, he wasn't about to let a rat run loose in his city. So he handled business, and personally sent her to meet her maker.
Damn, all that sneaking around just to end up in a grave. Should have known better than to play with Tempest.
By the way, I heard y'all took a pretty nasty hit from Clayman's little setup. Word is he even planted a rat inside Tempest to keep tabs on things. Hope y'all figured it out and got rid of her before she caused any more trouble.
Relax. I put a hole through the bitch's heart as punishment.
Rimuru was deemed a Chaos Creator, but not for the reasons you might think. With the name of Chaos Creator, it sounds like he is the reason destruction is everywhere, but in fact it's because he literally created chaos.
No one in this world can stop Milim's Dragon Nova, with the sole exception of Rimuru Tempest, of course.
Velgrind has managed to become the fastest being across all dimensions, aside from Rimuru Tempest, of course.
Since the birth of the Octogram, the number of demon lords has only continued to rise, all because of Rimuru Tempest.
The balance of the world changed when Rimuru Tempest was born, and claimed the title of Chaos Creator.
Even Feldway, the one who rules over space and time, couldn't fully banish my glorious all-powerful Lord Rimuru to the end of existence.
Rimuru Tempest! Is there anything you cannot do?
Edited by F.Edit.
Bandido irmão, arma sua limpeta. Tenta pôr a orelha, mas vem sem fazer careta. Tenta pôr a orelha, mas vem sem fazer careta.
You
जवाब तेरे जलवे हजार मेरा भी पता है मैं ना मानू कभी हार तेरी मेरी दुनिया में बेहिसाब प्यार मैं हूँ एक एंजल और डेविल मेरा यार तेरे जैसा दुनिया में कोई भी नहीं उसे ढूंढती नजर लगे तू ही है वही
There's no one on this planet that can stop me.
I can call in a favor and send people who aren't from this planet.
Send them all.
At first, he was just a slime, weak, pathetic, but curious. He started to explore the world, found new friends, and now he is the ruler of the world. His name is Rimuru Tempest.
Can I ask you something? For a favor? Could you eat me? Just like you ate my curse. I don't love this world, yet I can't hate it either. I don't want to be absorbed by this world.
Regular human. Where?
Force me and choke me till I pass out. Didn't get a big life now. I gotta be one now. I just wanna be one off your girls tonight.
Are you okay, Mr. Rimuru? Do you think you could maybe come play with us for a little bit? Great idea! I think you could be a tonic one to play with! Now, Ultra Splash! Faster! Go! Let's show them what they want, Hongo! Oh, we have them like real weapons! Since you're getting the barrage so is everyone happy? Yeah! Puddle these morons into the ground! Good! Then the equipment's done! Okay, ready guys? This happened because of my rules.
If I hadn't used that great magic, then none of these people would have died.
So then, it's her fault.
Now I just had to clean up the garbage below me. Occasionally, I would deliberately aim the beam at someone's arm, leg, or torso, making them screaming in despair to add to the chaos. It only made the scene more gruesome. Terror was everywhere now. With the flutter of my wings, I descended to Earth, ready to deliver yet more despair to the fools below me.
Who are you? Just tell us, who are you really?
Nobody.
Вы все станете моей пищей. Мегидо!
Не надо было зариться на чертову страну Магверей!
黙れと言っている。
これより反言の秘術を開始。解析鑑定。
究極の魂の秘術。
これが生まれたての魔王だって。こんなのカリオン様でも不可能なんじゃ。素晴らしい。是が非でも配下として加えていただかねば。
反言の秘術。お前の名前はディアブロだ。
ディアブロ。
鳥料理もあるのですが問題な。
鳥ですか。
プレイを通るよ。
ありよ。
Things have changed. The vast territory to the south of the forest falls under Demon Lord Nalim's dominion. Backed by overwhelming military might, the region is sure to prosper. To the west lies the western provinces. In the north, the armed nation of Dwargon. Looking at the map, the country that will connect all these nations is the newly founded Jura Tempest Federation.
You're saying, if the forest really is going to be developed, charging a toll to use the road would yield the greatest profits?
Normally, I consider the deal a success, but we are talking about a demon lord, and a powerful one at that. So, if we are to sign an agreement that yields benefits in perpetuity, we really ought to give it more thought. That's why you failed this time.
These 4 players were such monsters that after wiping out the rest of the colony, they ended up stalemating in a situation that would famously become known as the 4-way deadlock. However, on November 12, 11:28 AM, a new player entered the colony all alone, and the deadlock was broken.
iPhone cookie, what is that I'm glad Miss over them the body, and just my minimum. Buys the minimum.
Однако, из-за глупых действий некоторых граждан, страна вызвала гнев драконьей принцессы и всего за одну ночь обратилась в руины. После этого жители были прокляты за грех, повлекший разрушение страны. Чтобы скрыться от взора драконьей принцессы, они искали себе новое место. Вот какова истинная суть древних руин Амбрии.
雑事を任せられる部下が文句は言わせません。
Corazón, la la la, canta la la la, canta la la la.
また失敗したの？氷あるやつだな、ミオは。次の目はどこから出るかな？正直この2つのトップの人選が難しくてな。
俺をこの国の住民にしてお前に仕えさせてくれ。
俺だけど。
でも俺は魔王だ。
仲間もいるし頼もしい相棒もいる。ラファエルがいれば俺は間違わずまっすぐ歩んでいけるさ。なあ相棒。ちょっとだけラファエルが笑ったような気がした。
Chloe, deeply attached to Rimuru as someone she admired and trusted above all, she loved him. She begged him not to leave, her voice trembling with desperation. But Rimuru, ever the optimist, reassured her that everything would be fine and, as a token of comfort, gave her his mask as a parting gift. With a heavy heart, she watched him leave, unaware it would be the last time she'd see him. Rimuru never returned, presumed dead as Tempest fell shortly after his departure. The world descended into chaos, consumed by endless war and suffering. Overwhelmed by her grief and despair, Chloe's unique skill, Time Traveler, awakened. And in an instant, she was sent 2,000 years into the past, her sorrow shaping the course of history yet to come.
Over and over as I repeated and corrected each mistake. Before I knew it, I lost count. My tongue leaked over 100 million times, yet there was always a time.
Eventually, after countless loops and infinite failures, Chloe's anger and grief split her consciousness into two out of trauma, locking away her negative emotions as well as her past, Loop's memories. This is when what later will become Chronoa was conceived.
In front of us stood another beautiful girl, Chronoa. Her eyes blazed with hatred, and it was terrifying. It looked like she genuinely wanted to destroy the world. But I wanted to try talking to her first. I hoped she would listen. But as I opened my mouth to speak, something unexpected happened. Wait, are you Rimuru? Is this real? Is it really Rimuru himself? Her reaction caught me off guard. I'd expected her to be more hostile. Yeah, it's me, Rimuru. At my confirmation, Chronoa stepped forward and, to my surprise, hugged me. It was strangely comforting, yet bittersweet. Watching us, Shizu-san chuckled softly. She reached out, gently patting Chronoa's head as she murmured, "You've worked so hard. I missed you too, Hiro-sama." "You're awake, Rudra." The words were addressed to a man sat atop his throne, dressed in opulent clothing. The speaker, a beautiful, blue-haired woman, was the marshal, the one in charge of the meeting hall. "Yes, how did the meeting go?" "We've decided to move forward with the expedition." "Thank you for your hard work. Did Gadra oppose the idea?" "Yes, he did. The old man is very realistic. Weapons from otherworlders cannot rival the true dragons. There was no way he could not have known that, and it would be silly for him to assume otherwise." Hehehe, that's obvious. Nevertheless, we must carry out this great expedition. Thou shalt know that I am the ruler of this world. It's what I promised Guy, after all, Rudra whispered. Snapping back to reality, he turned and smiled pleasantly. "By the way, Velgrind, tell me, how do you think this expedition will go?" Velgrind, the name of one of the only 4 true dragons of this world. She was the symbol of flame, the crimson dragon that wielded blazing heat. She was a being even older than Storm Dragon Veldora, and immortal too. Her name was Scorched Dragon Velgrime. There was only one person with this name in the world, and it was this beauty who answered Rudra's question. "We will undoubtedly emerge victorious. We shall force the dwarves out of their hideout and crush that new demon lord's ego. I will also beat some sense into that lazy, dumb brother of mine and make Guy realize the ruler of this world is Rudra, you." She was not a single bit hesitant about calling this name. Indeed, she was Velgrind, one of the strongest beings, true dragon, Scorched Dragon Velgrime. Despite being in the presence of such a majestic being, Rudra continued in a friendly tone. "Is that so? That would be wonderful. Do you really think your brother will attack?" "Of course he will, Rudra," she answered immediately. "He will definitely show up. That kid likes to get in on the fun. However, I feel that he has yet to return to his prime after his seal was undone. I didn't detect any violent magical storm, like the ones that ravaged the lands in the past. In the past, I would have felt that aura from any corner of the earth, but now it seems to have disappeared completely. Perhaps his resurrection was incomplete. In that case, perhaps my army has a chance against him. That would be very fun indeed. That demon lord dares to bribe my foolish brother and deceive my dear niece. I will be sure to punish him properly. At that, the two shared a conspiratorial smile. To Rudra and Velgrin, it did not matter whether the attack plan succeeded or not. Rudra was playing a game with Guy, and they had wagered the right to rule this world. This game didn't have any complicated rules. You simply had to use your pawns to overwhelm your opponent. The world was their board, monsters and humans their pawns. By the way, Rudra, how are you doing? Perfectly fine. My power, Army of Angels, Armageddon, can be activated at any time. Armageddon was Rudra's ultimate trump card. The conditions for its activation were very strict, and once it was triggered, there would be a long wait before this skill could be called upon once more. There was only one reason why the Empire had stayed put until now. They had been waiting resolutely for the day that Rudra could unleash Armageddon again. Now, with the threat of Granbell out of the picture, needless to say, Rudra believed that they would be victorious. A gentle smile emerged on Velgrin's cruel yet beautiful face upon hearing this. Ara, then victory is all but guaranteed. Naturally, everything is going just as I planned. Wonderful, though I am rather worried about you. Oh, stop that, he chided. This is the natural order of things. The human body is truly inconvenient. Despite everything, Rudra was pushing himself quite a bit in order to maintain this state. Not only did this incarnation of him have no empress, he did not even have a concubine. Even though the supposed empress of the empire was nothing but a title, this was highly abnormal. This meant that no imperial heir was born as a spare for Rudra. Having one wouldn't separate his power. His incarnations were very special. The heir he brought forth would inherit all his power and knowledge. It was the purest form of hereditary monarchy. In a sense, it wasn't an heir at all. The imperial heir could be said to be the emperor himself. Captivated by Rudra's ambition, Velgrin steeled her resolve. Indeed, then please look forward to it. Those who stand in the way of your crusade will die in peace. I shall rain mercy down on them, she announced, as she gently embraced Rudra. The two of them continued to chat well into the night. On the following morning, a legion of unprecedented proportions departed from the Empire and began their march on the Tempest Federation. The war has begun. This was easier than I thought. The Imperial army unhesitatingly crossed the warning line that Testarossa had drawn, and that was the moment we entered a state of war with the Eastern Empire. There was no turning back from this, because from the moment they ignored Testarossa's warning, all bets were off.
Of the 700,000 Imperial troops who had launched the ground assault, more than 530,000 were wiped out. It could be called nothing less than a total utter massacre.
It was too quiet outside. Then Diablo snapped his fingers. At that moment, the tent blew away. Calgurio and the others were able to be seen outside. There was a pile of dead bodies. All the soldiers were dead as if they were sleeping. Yes, as if only their souls had been taken out. No, Calgurio realized, that was exactly what had happened.
Benimaru and I were staring at the scene on the big screen. The images that had earlier been showing the labyrinth were now silent. It meant that the Imperial Army generals had died on all the other floors. The battle was over. However, the sheer content of what we had just seen was too much for words. It seems that Testarossa had challenged Zegion, but she had never been able to beat him. Well, those three demon girls were extraordinary, just by being able to fight against Zegion on equal terms. That was my honest impression after seeing the fight just now.
After Tempest eliminated 900k soldiers from the Eastern Empire, Rimuru decided to use the souls of the soldiers to evolve his 12 most powerful warriors into demon lords.
Word of what happened today must have spread fast around the world, because somewhere along the line, I had been given the nickname Rimuru, the Chaos Creator. I now have the name Testarossa, given to me by my lord, Rimuru-sama. I wish you would stop calling me blank. As she said this, Testarossa casually twirled a flaming whip she had created out of nowhere. I heard about that, so it's true that the slime has been naming primordials. With that bit of intel now confirmed, Velgrind couldn't hide her surprise. However, her body remained undisturbed as she flicked away Testarossa's whip. It's rude to call his lordship a slime, Carrera roared indignantly and unleashed her magic. She opened with her trump card. Gravity collapse.
懲りないやつだな、ミオレは。次の目はどこから出るかな？また失敗したのね、あの子。
Camino в 6 утра, разбитая душа, и все твои обещания пустота.
Yo me encontré con una escuadra y les dije para tomarnos una jarra. Vamos a caballo en 4 patas y luego los invito a todos. Vámonos de fiesta.
Blinded by rage, I lost all reason. Nothing mattered to me except destroying the Emperor and his followers. They all had to die, every last one of them. But above all, it was the red dragon that had to fall by my hands.
Rising up one by one, rage poured out of me. Still, I stood up, forcing myself to calm my raging thoughts. I didn't know where to direct this anger. Ah, I remember now. This was a war. In that case, it would be wrong to show mercy. So I too would do everything in my power to fight the enemy. Was this taking my anger out on them? Perhaps, but so what? The Empire pissed me off. If this is what they desired, then I would give it to them. A blessing in the name of destruction. Those fools had touched my reverse scale. I allowed my rage to unleash the power I had always suppressed.
Even though there was something strange with that statement, Xion's words were correct. It was understandable for them to be surprised as this was the first time they would witness Rimuru going on a rampage, but now was not the time to ponder on it. As Benimaru had declared, the role of the executives was to clear the way. Moreover, it was an edict from Rimuru. This was gospel for the executives. For the demons summoned by Rimuru, this was even more of a supreme pleasure. Their faces were full of joy, and they were filled with energy because now was their time to be of service. It was obvious from their demeanor how long they had been waiting for this call. As if to prove the depth of Rimuru's anger, their terrible power of destruction was about to be unleashed. The order given was very simple. Kill all the enemies. In response to that order, the demons' hearts were set ablaze by their mission. As our Lord wishes. The demons, who had nothing to fear, were prepared to throw themselves into battle to serve their Lord.
Raphael, I need more power, more precision. Can you handle it? Understood. Initiating evolution. To meet the requirements of your will, an upgrade is necessary. Notice, ultimate skill. Raphael is beginning to evolve. Evolving? Into what? Into a form capable of perfectly supporting you, my master. Evolution complete. Ultimate skill Raphael has transformed into Ciel, the perfect wisdom. Master, I am here, not just as logic, but as your ultimate partner. Ciel, huh? So you finally gave yourself a name. It is the name you wished for, even if you did not say it aloud. From this moment onward, I will guide you perfectly. Then let's move forward, together.
According to the investigation, Rimuru had been born from the magicule pool that leaked from Veldora. And yet, Rimuru devoured all of the Storm Dragon, his parent, and transformed himself into the 5th True Dragon, Ultimate Slime. Immediately after, the slime began to take human form. He had a single sword in his hand, and not a scrap of clothing. He looked around 15 to 16 years old. At a height of only 160 centimeters or so, it was not an exaggeration to say that he was of small stature. However, the amount of magicule contained within him was not only comparable to Veldora's, but it also surpassed it. His golden eyes were large and beautiful, as if they could see through everything. His silvery hair was lightly tinged with light blue, giving off a moonlit glow. He had no gender, and his face was more dainty than beautiful. However, the divine presence that he gave off was sublimely transformed into beauty. His dazzling white skin was cloaked in an aura of black and gold.
As Velgrind unleashed wave after wave of devastating attacks, each one capable of annihilating entire worlds, Rimuru remained completely unfazed. Thanks to the evolution of Raphael into CL, every strike was analyzed and countered with flawless precision. Burning Breath, Nuclear Cannon, and even Velgrind's most powerful secret technique, Scorched Dragon Cardinal Acceleration, were effortlessly neutralized. What frustrated Velgrind most was that Rimuru wasn't even focused on her. While paying attention to Veldora, he treated the attacks of a true dragon as little more than a nuisance. Then came the moment that shattered her confidence completely. After unleashing her ultimate trump card, Velgrind looked forward to victory, only to find Rimuru standing there utterly unharmed.
Me and the devil walking side by side.
The weapons you create are no match for my sword. I didn't think she'd give up now, but I still told her. Velgrind was by no means a fool, so she seemed to see that I was not lying. However, she still seemed unconvinced, as several times after that she produced her blue dragon sword and slashed at me. I smashed through all of them. Finally, Velgrind seemed to have accepted the reality. Velgrind's claws extended, and she took a stance similar to that in Chinese martial arts. Seeing that, I put my sword away. What are you doing? An experiment, of course. I wanted to see how much I'd grown, so I stopped relying on my sword. Using a weapon would feel like I was bullying a weakling, so I'll take you on with my bare hands.
And just like that, I had won a complete victory over Velgrind and succeeded in capturing most of her magicules in the imaginary space. Thus, with the birth of my reliable partner CL, the reckless challenge of taking on two true dragons at the same time ended more perfectly than ever.
That aberration of a slime. An ally of my foolish brother, Demon Lord Rimuru. He had freely altered an ultimate skill, giving me my freedom and greatly improving my abilities to an even higher level. Only my brother Veldanova could do such a thing.
I'll give you a warning. I know your ability gives you absolute control over angelic skills, and that there's no break in Castle Guard as long as someone believes in you. So what happens if I...
In the distance, the breath of his friend vanished. I'm sure it's not just Rimuru who could have done it. Guy couldn't help but sigh. There was no bitterness or regret. There was only mourning for the man who was his best friend. That's why I told you, asshole. Like this kind of thing is only right for us as demons, who have never been emotionally shaken. Muttering this, Guy did not notice the tear running down his cheek. He just prayed silently for Rudra's soul. And just like that, the millennia-long game between Guy and Rudra came to an end.
With the Nazca Namrium Ulmeria United Eastern Empire defeated at the hands of the Jura Tempest Federation and Dwargon, and with Rimuru's evolution into a true dragon, the battle for the fate of the Cardinal World had begun. It would be known as the final Great Tenma War.
Edited by Gacha.
Scared of my own immaturity, scared of my own ceiling, scared I'll die. Certainty, fear might be the death of me. Fearless to anxiety, don't know what's inside of me. Don't forget about.
This guy is a monster, Michael admitted from the bottom of his heart. Every attack he launched at Rimuru was unsuccessful. Even the Scorched Dragon Cardinal Acceleration, which he had unleashed with deadly intent, was instantly drowned out. Michael could not believe his eyes. The moment he lost the overwhelming advantage of stopping time, he no longer had an effective means of attack against Rimuru. By the time he realized this, the battle had already been decided.
And now, in this last moment, he suddenly understood. It was something beyond his control, Michael thought in self-mockery. What, slime? You're an anomalous existence that is too incomprehensible to be understood, and yet it suits you. You have defeated me, a Manas. The decay rate increased. As particles of life dispersed, more and more of his body was being chipped away. You know, I'm actually not alone. Take your time. You'll have to ask my partner about that. With that said, Rimuru broke off the conversation. His hand came to rest on Michael. Devour all things. Void God Azathoth. For the first time in this world, the ultimate and most powerful skill bared its fangs.
Feldway, the first servant created by Veldanava, was very much like his creator. In contrast to Veldanava's long, jet-black hair that seemed to hold the radiance of the stars of the world itself, Feldway had long, silvery white hair that represented a shining light. His slitted eyes were cool, shimmering like blue stars. Rather than calling them beautiful, it would be more correct to call them divine, and in those eyes, there was a will of steel filled with determination. As befitting of his beauty, he had a tremendous presence. All the powers that Michael had gathered belonged to Feldway. In addition, the factors of Velzar and Velgriand, two true dragons, had become flesh and blood in terms
Perhaps he wasn't laughing at me, but acknowledging me, because Feldway had run away from a showdown with me. I was sure that Feldway, who had acquired Milim as a pawn, would try to defeat me 2-on-1, but surprisingly, that didn't happen. Blast off to the end of time and space. Chronosaltation. It was a familiar phenomenon. It was the same attack that had wiped Velgrind-san off the face of this world only a short time ago. With that in mind, my consciousness blacked out. I was transported by Feldway's space-time transfer to some unknown place, where the past, the future, and the present were all uncertain.
Pedindo mix pros caras que é bigode. Hoje em dia é difícil encontrar uma menina que não trabalha no shopping. Toda viciada sem carro. Pedindo mix pros caras que é bigode.
As the battle between Veldanava's strongest subordinate and Rimuru's strongest servant raged on, Diablo managed to clash blow for blow with Feldway's Genesis-level sword. Yet, Feldway remained confident. Even without his ultimate skills, he believed he could still defeat this mere demon. But then, Diablo unveiled his trump card, the ultimate destructive energy granted by Rimuru. For one of the few times in his life, Feldway felt fear. And then Diablo spoke. Fufu. Feldway, you should be proud. You're the first person to make me reveal everything I have.
This colorless, wide-open space doesn't make sense to me, even if it's called the end of time and space. No time has passed in this place. And yet, unlike the suspended world, I could not even perceive the expansion of space, even if I manipulated the information particle. Yes, in this place, the flow of time has stopped. The expanse of space has come to an end, and according to the law of entropy, we have reached the point of emptiness. In Feldway's chronosaltation, we are transported to the far reaches of space-time. There, the life of the celestial bodies had long expired, but the world had not yet collapsed. I assume that Feldway's power was limited to destroying the cardinal universe.
She had nothing to do with holding back. At this point, she has already reached over 100 times the power she'd unleashed on Zelanus. Feldway roared with laughter. Ha 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 ha! Wonderful, wonderful Milim. Now release it and fulfill my ambitions. In response to his order, Milim fired off the Drago Nova. Everyone was prepared for the world to end. The mainstream of bluish-white, shinning light wrapped in electrical discharge burned the air at the speed of light as it closed in on the sacred tree. Up ahead, Chloe, Veldora, and Yuki floated. No one is despairing. They experience a small amount of time before the final moment arrives, and they witness a miracle. In that moment, the space shook. Suddenly, someone appears. His gleaming moonlight white hair flutters, captivating everyone's eyes. Time felt like it had stopped. Began to flow, but everyone's senses seemed numb. There was no destruction, the sacred tree was safe, and the world hasn't been destroyed. It hurts. Wait, it really hurts like hell. A relaxed voice rang out. The Drago Nova, powerful enough to destroy the world, has vanished without a trace. Chloe moved as if she knew this will happen. Rimuru-san. She embraced him without hesitation. Veldanova no longer had any interest in the world. It had taken his beloved wife, Lucia, from him, and that alone was a sin beyond comprehension to the god of creation. If you're doing all of this because of Lucia, wouldn't it make more sense to just reincarnate her yourself, Rimuru? The only threat to him asked. But Veldanova explained that it was impossible. Lucia's soul had already reincarnated into countless fragments across different worlds. Because of that, Veldanova found only one way to bring her back, by destroying all worlds themselves. Only then would he reincarnate Lucia into a new and better world in their place. He would destroy everything that he created. After all, that was his right. It was as if the world itself was waiting for the blade to be reborn. It became a Genesis weapon, the first Genesis weapon not created by God. The name of my sword has been decided, Hope, or Elpis. The hope that the world will not end. I'm greedy after all. I put a great deal of meaning into the names Hope and Elpis. Elpis. I don't remember why, but that's a nice name to me. Well then, if you truly intend to destroy the world, I'll do everything in my power to stop you. Veldanova gave a thin smile. It was a strange feeling. He wasn't looking down on me at all. That smile held neither pity nor amusement, but pride, the pride of a creator whose creation, one he had never met, had taken up arms to protect all life. The life form I created has now come to defy the will of its creator so clearly. I am overwhelmed with emotion. Perhaps you could achieve the feat of killing a god.
From the spring, life isn't never what it really seems. Once you wake up, it's just a dream. It's just a dream. It's just a dream.
Veldanova looked at me sharply and asked, "Why are you on par with me?" I answered without hesitation, "Because I'm strong. Yes, I am strong. That's what Ciel always told me. If I didn't act like it, I'd disgrace everything she entrusted to me." Truth is, I was terrified, but even pretending to be confident made my fear lighter. Sensing this, Veldanova frowned slightly. It's truly amazing. In that case, only the forbidden technique remained. I had only ever intended to use this when creating a new world. It was the ultimate trump card, held in reserve for the most dire of emergencies. Heaven and earth destruction ruin. Initialize heaven. It destroys every existing world and initializes their reconstruction. Power truly fitting of the creator. Ivaraj, the dragon of destruction, begins absorbing everything. Not eating, but reverting things back into their original state. Veldanova understands he cannot escape. This is his punishment, the final consequence of all the mistakes he made, his loneliness, his selfishness, and the chaos he spread across the worlds. But then Lucia appears beside him. Hand in hand, they accept their fate together, as Ivaraj slowly pulls them in. Lucia comforts him. Veldanova's heart softens. He feels peace for the first time. It's okay, because there is hope for us too. Hope. Elpis. It's a name I've only recently heard. A cheeky slime stood in front of me. The name is... Veldanova suddenly remembered something. A conversation I once had with Lucia. What should we name this baby? When asked this question, Veldanova answered with a happy feeling. That's right, wouldn't Milim be good? Or, why had I forgotten? That was before Milim was born. Veldanova had certainly spoken another name. Now that I remember that, I'm convinced that it was all inevitable. I see. Surpassing his parents had been achieved. As he was about to be assimilated by Ivaraj, Veldanova felt enveloped in happiness once again.
You tried to hurt me, why you think I crumble? You think I lay down and die? I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna recover. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it. I'm a survivor, keep on surviving. It took all the strength I had.
Swear to God! Say you swear to God! Put that on Allah! Say put that on Allah! Say wallahi, bro! Say wallahi!
Dear Sir, Madame, to Slime Rimuru, thank you for helping me so many times. Not only did you save the children, which was my regret, but you also helped everyone, including Hinata and Yuki. And I couldn't be more grateful that you've reunited me with my mother. I'm relieved to hear that you've made peace with the Demon Lord Leon. Now that I know his true feelings, my resentment has been cleared. I'm really glad to know that there was a misunderstanding. Even so, Rimuru is truly amazing. He ended major wars, brought the world to peace, and saved everyone from sadness. I was really surprised that he ended up becoming a god. I was so happy that you were born as my grandson. To me, Rimuru is Satoru, my adorable grandson. I wanted to try the game, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to exist yet. I wanted to play with Satoru. It's a little sad, but I'm satisfied. Your birth made me realize that my life will continue into the future. I wanted to talk with you more, but I'll save that for another time. I hope you stay healthy and continue to make great strides.